Welcome to Battle Truth and my point of view. I don't know you, so I'm not a hater. I can only give you the facts that's written on these papers. And since we have no dealings, therefore the court can care less about your feelings. I'm the Honorable MallikiBaker, your presiding judge, chairman, and spokesperson for the One United Front. You're my witnesses and jury. You may be seated. Court is now in session. Let's talk about it. Okay, so people asking me, okay, you back now, Truth? Could you address this Murder Mook and Brizz raw thing situation? Okay, well, let me address this situation. Let's take it from the very beginning. Murderland and Darkside collide with each other on Double Impact. In the process of that, Brizz raw thing and T-Top disrespect Murder Mook's mother, calling her the B word in the knowledge of knowing she had passed. She had passed and died just recently before the battle. Brizz somehow, I don't know what was going on with him that day. So he get a little physical while Murderland, Mook and Calico is rapping. And he grabbed hold of Mook in an aggressive, threatening manner. Mook not taking no chances, pop off on him. So a brawl happened in the first round of the battle. Battle's over. Brizz then lets it be known, I don't want to come back to battle rap unless I battle Murder Mook. So if I'm not battling Murder Mook, I'm not coming to battle rap. Make that happen. Mook said, I don't got no problem with it. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. The battle get booked. After the battle get booked, then Brizz decides to back out. Right shortly after battle was announced. Okay, so a lot of speculation is going on what's happening, what took place. Beasley comes on and Beasley addresses this during the caffeine situation to make the announcement. Beasley says, well, he clear up their part of it. Beasley say, hey, we went out our way to do whatever we needed to do. You know what? Roll the footage. Y'all know I can't use none of that footage. But we remember what happened. Let me just put it down on you. Beasley go on to address it, and Beasley says, hey, let me just tell you this. We went out our way to accommodate him in everything he wanted. He wanted the Mook battle. We pulled string to get that happen. We got Mook to agree. We also negotiated financially on what he would get paid. We actually agreed. We even sent him his first half. Also, he flew out to do the trailer. To do the trailer for the battle. So we have no idea what's going on. On our part, we took care of everything. He signed the contract. We gave him his first half. He flew out to do the trailer and everything. So we took care of our part. I couldn't tell you what went on. In the process of that, here's some of the clues. Then Mook addressed the situation. And here's the clue y'all need to pay attention to. Mook tweeted and let it be known, I swear, Brizz, I put that on my mother. I don't have nothing about your dead homie or his guy in none of my rounds. Just speculating because ain't nothing came out. That should say something. Why would Mook say that? Why would Mook release that? Why would Brizz agree only to disagree? Well, it can't be financially because you agreed financially, signed the contract, and got your first half to what you agreed to. So this has to be a bit more personal. I don't think it's a death in the family that made him want to back out. Why? because the battle ain't to 2 weeks. Still got another 2 weeks for the battle. So it's not a death in the family that can prevent this thing. It's not a physical illness or nothing like that, because he's still on social media. Seem to be okay with me. So this is a little bit more personal, I believe. Why would Mook say, I promise on my mother, I don't have nothing with your guy up in the battle? Now let me give you a little insight of what I know personally. I'm gonna give you a little insight on what I know personally. I heard 2 of Murder Mook rounds. 2. I'm gonna say 2.5 for the Brizz Rothstein battle. Let me just say they was fire. They was fire. You're not going to be disappointed. It depends on how he deliver it, because you can hear something, but you're not going to be disappointed. In the 2.5 rounds I heard, there was not a mention of his dead guy, his best friend that got killed in Delaware, that got shot up. But I didn't hear the whole thing. But I'm also not the only one he let hear those raps. And this is what I believe. Mook is so excited about what he got for Brizz, he let a lot of people hear it. I know he let me hear it. He let another person hear it. I know of 5 different guys he let hear it that I know of. Now, I can't speak for who I don't know of, but I know of 5 different guys that he let hear it that I know of. Okay? Not including who I don't know, again. And I didn't hear everything. I heard like 2 whole rounds and a partial of it. So I don't know. But what I do believe, word may have got around to Brizz, and somebody must have told him, I heard Mook rounds, and in his rounds, he disrespecting your guy who got shot up and killed recently. If that's true. But I think it's some truth to it, or Mook wouldn't have released those tweets saying, I promise on my dead mother, I ain't say nothing about your dead homie. Which means word had to get back to Mook. This is one of the reasons why he don't want to take the battle, because he don't think he can handle your deliberate, blatant disrespect of his dead homie who he's still mourning. Now, can't tell everybody how to mourn, can't tell everybody how to grieve. Some people do it differently, you know. All I could do is give advice to people and open them up to understanding, because, what's wrong with our people is we not educated. We don't educate one another. Like when we were young, our parents would tell us, hey, don't play in those streets. But we didn't get educated on the streets. Why we don't play in the streets? The effect that it could have if something happened to one of us as they being a parent, how it will hurt them if we was hurt or they lose us, and how a lot of people die from hit and runs and drunk drivings. Now we being educated to the not playing in the street to the point that we understand why we don't and why we shouldn't, and now it compels us not to. See what I mean? So my thing is just to educate, and what I'm getting right here on this situation. Now, Brizz, you asked for this battle. This was the battle you wanted. This was the battle you asked for. They accommodated it. If this is the reason, let me just say this. Yeah, it hurts to lose somebody you love. Nothing we can do can bring the dead back. When they gone, they gone. Understand the dead can neither see you nor hear you. Neither do the dead care about anything that's going on this earth. The dead do not care about anything going on this earth. Let's just say a dead loved one is in hell. Do you think he care about what's going on here and you are in torture, torment? You don't care about nothing up here because you wish you could be back here to correct what you did that landed you there. Let's say a loved one was in heaven, living the best days of their life in the presence of Almighty God in a glorified state. Do you really care about what's going on here? Do you even want to come back here? No, you don't. And you don't care. So we cannot allow the dead to have an effect on the living. You are alive. You are alive. The living should affect the dead, not the dead affect the living. You are alive. Your friend, I saw videos of him with his daughters. He got daughters. Now, I'm not telling you you should be like me, but this is what I'd have done. This is what I'd have done. I'd have took the battle, got the money, and if I loved him and honored him like I'm making myself seem to be, I'm going to give his daughters a portion of that money. Even if it means I got to stand there and let somebody disrespect him, because at the end of the day, it's just words and I'm a man. As long as you don't touch me, you can say whatever you want. Because no matter what you say, you don't know him personally. No matter what you say, it's not going to be solid and real because you don't know him. I know him. It only means something to some degree when it's being said by a person who know him. But for a stranger who don't know him, has no effect. It don't bother me somebody in the street may call me a dirty word or something like that because you don't know me. But it'll bother me if somebody who I know said, because now you're trying to get personal and you know me. It's entirely different. But that's just me. Everybody not like me. Again, some people mourn differently. I'm just a little older, so I understand life more, and I'm wise to understand that certain things I can't change. But if I got a friend and partner of mine that died and got killed and he left his daughter behind and he was a good father, as a friend, I want to make sure his seed is okay. So if that means I get to battle murder Mook for $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, the biggest battle of my life, in honor of my guy, well, I'm going to give my all in honor of my guy to win this battle on his behalf. Even if I lose, I still win. I'm going to give some of that money to his daughters. Put it in the trust fund or something, put it in the pot, however it's being done. At least, look, because I loved your father and he was a friend of mine, this for you. But let's just be real. If, and keep in mind, people, I'm saying if this is the reason, I think it's bogus. Because you sat there, if you disrespected Murder Mook mother purposely, knowing that woman was dead. Not only did you call that man mother a B word, you actually brought it back and said it again when you knew that woman had just passed. And let's not keep in mind, y'all, this is something y'all don't know. Mook is the only child. Mook is the only child. So he his mother only child. He was the only child. So you know her death had a big carrying on him when you the only child. And I don't think for the most part you can compare a friend to a mother. You only get one mother. Friends come and go. You only get one mother who carried you, birthed you, and you the only child. And because Mook know what battle rap consists of, he know what it calls for, he sat there, allowed you, and let you disrespect his mother, even though he loved that woman and she had just recently passed. Sad thing about it, T-Top, all on social media, saying condolences and showing they condolences to this man. But still, didn't care to disrespect that woman. But it's battle rap. It's called for. It ain't no rules in battle rap. It is what it is. I'm not mad at Brizz or T-Top for disrespecting Mook mother, even though, it's, you have figured that, ain't really. But it's battle rap. That's what battle rap consists of, man. That's what it is. If that's the case, don't even be a battle rapper. If you're going to be emotional about this, you're in the wrong sport. You are signed up to a sport where you stand there and a person degrades you and use anything he can at word value to disrespect, degrade you, make you look bad, demean you. And you sit there and take it for a check. But if you was willing to do that, and you looked that man in his eyes, you looked that man square in his eyes and called his mother a B word when she just recently died. And he accepted it. He took that, swallowed, and ate like a man, even though he was bothered by it. What makes you any different? What makes you any different? And you did it first. If that's the reason. It's still if, because ain't nothing for certain and made clear yet. But those are some clues. Those are some clues right there. Again, I can't tell a brother how to grieve. I can't tell a brother how to feel. But I can tell a brother to man up. Man up. What do you think a better responsibility is? Being shamed and humiliated for the greater good? If you got to be shamed and humiliated, if that's the case, with just somebody rapping against you, to put money in his kid's mouth, to make sure they have a better future, my question to you, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Let's say that was the reason, and Mook did have a part in the round where he addressed homie in the orange shirt who got killed. Do you think being pride and arrogant, cocky to the point of turning away, do you think that's more beneficial than having some type of financial means of providing for his daughters he left behind that he can no longer take care of? What do you think, brother? What would y'all do? Let me ask the people, what would y'all do? Let me just say this on my behalf for anybody who loved me. If something was to happen to me and somebody made a GoFund for me, rather my family or anything, and they said, we needed help, such and such, to bury Battle Truth and put them away. Somebody please say no. He would want that money to go to his children he left behind, that he can no longer provide and take care of. So if we're going to do a GoFundMe, we're going to do a GoFundMe on behalf of his children. My little daughter y'all see me with all the time. We're going to do something for her because he would wanted us to, because he gone and we can't change his situation. But she's still alive. And if her future could be brighter by those who loved and supported him, that's the least we can do in honor of his name. That's just for me. Everybody don't see it that way. But let me just say this. The dead should not have an effect on the living. When people be, oh, you talk about my dead people? They dead. They can't hear nothing. They can't see nothing at all. Nothing at all. I'm alive. Dead things will not rule over me. But by me being alive, I rule over dead things. I honor them and keep them in my heart. That's why they stay with me in my memory. And nobody can take that away from me. But because I'm alive and I live and I understand what it takes to be successful in this world and how hard it is to get by and manage, I know he would want me to look out for his daughters. And I'm pretty sure they would want to know that their father had a real good friend who still acknowledge him, and remember us, who he loved. That's just for me. With that being said, it's your boy Battle Truth. Look, that's what you asked for, Brizz. This what you wanted. Again, I can't really go that deep because it's still unclear of why, but there's definitely some clues out there. And I don't think it's because of business. It can't be if he already signed the contract and got his first half. But it is what it is. It's your boy Battle Truth. It ain't my judgment that's in question. It's yours. Subscribe to Battle Truth.